Manchester United 4, Newport County 2. But that was a hard win, people. That was something, I don't know how to explain this game, but we are here to call a spade, and we just scraped through to the fifth round where we either going to meet, I think it was, I can't remember who it was. I think it was, let me see, Bolton. I can't remember, but anyway, I'm so shell shocked, and I'm sorry if I'm late. But if you look at the overall stats, like we have 70% possession, while they had 30% possession, which is totally natural. Like, when you're playing a lesser team, but at the end of the day, when you put your strongest 11 in, you can argue to the point that some players are back from injuries, a little bit rusty. We should have been dominated that game more. We should have been at least, I would say, 5-2 up or 5-0 or 3-0 in the first half. But anyway, a win is a win. But Manchester United, you never make it easy for us fans. Like... Sit back, relax. We'll be back in a few seconds. We are ready to rumble with Jarvis and a lot of people coming in to have their say. Guys, this is the aftermath. This is the highlight show. This is MUFC Realist TV. Let's get ready to rumble.
Now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world
on MUFC Realist TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas, let's get ready to rumble!
Well, hello, Jarvis. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. How are you, Mick?
Yeah. I don't know what to say in the opening statement. I was just like, what the hell happened here? Like, first half was, I get dominant cruising through, but then all of a sudden, second half, what happened? 2-2. I always say that 2-0 is the most vulnerable score in football, and especially when you're playing a lesser team, when you kind of ease off a little bit. We line up very strong. I can agree what I said. We had a lot of players coming back from injuries, finding the cohesion. I thought that, it was so good to see that balanced midfield with Casemiro, Kobbie Mainoo, and Bruno Fernades was arguably the man of the match, according to my opinion. But what happened in the second half, it's hard to explain. But at the end of the day, the upper hand of a stronger team took over, and we were victorious 4-2. And what matters for me at the end of the day, we're through to fifth round. I don't know more what to say, Jarvis. It's never been easy to be sitting here play press record to be a Manchester United fan. How about you?
Yeah. I get what you're saying. You mentioned the FA Cup draw, and it's Nottingham Forest or Bristol City.
Bristol, sorry, man.
Who are the club we are facing in the next round. So it's a cup game. So at the end of the day, we won. There's no goal difference going through, so we should just be happy. We are in the next round, and that's it. But I just want to say it first.
Go ahead.
What a performance! It's we are so sloppy. We have no. When we have the ball, we can't keep hold of it. We can't use our quality to play out this. This
I agree, man.
Team. Newport County, the mighty Newport County. Yeah. What are we doing? If Omar Barada was watching this game, he should just call Ragnick right away and ask him. The open heart surgery. How
Get your scalpel
to do that? Tell me.
Get your scalpel. Get ready. Sterilize it.
Oh my God! The quality of some of these players. It's. Yeah.
Any particular let's start with the dust off the negatives, of course, and then we look at the positives. Any particular reason that pops up in your mind at the moment? If you kind of look at the stats, we had shots on goal 4, they had shots on goal 5. no, sorry, man. 9 shots on goal for Manchester United, 7. So it wasn't that. If you look at they changed the formation.
They had 17 shots. We had 22, and they had 7 on target, and we had 9 on target.
Yeah.
So it was an even game, and we let them have their chances. Because we are sloppy on the ball, we lose the ball all the time, and invite them into the game and make the game about duels and stuff like that. We should be so much better with Maino, Casemiro, and all of those ballers. We should just take down the ball, pass it around, let them run, and dominate the game. But we can't.
Yeah. You know what? We always talk about cutbacks. We don't do cutbacks. But if you look at the 2 goals that we did, the 1-0 and 2-0, they're all cutbacks and score from Bruno Fernades and score from Kobbie Mainoo. So big up. And almost the 3-0 almost came through was also a cutback from Garnacho, which didn't capitalize. We could have easily gone up 3-0 in the first half. Wasteful opportunities. Yeah, I totally agree with you, but it could have gone down 2-2, a shocker, at the end of the day. They couldn't believe the luck. What the hell is going on here? 8,000 people in New South Wales on the stadium and singing "You'll be sucked in the morning." But at the end of the day, the dominance of a stronger team took over, according to my opinion. But any particular player in your mind
really dominate them? They had the biggest chances in the past 10 minutes.
Say dominate, but we took over. At least the experience took over at the end of the day. And if you look at Hojlund, again, great. He created spaces for others. He held up the ball, but he didn't get any service until the end. He scored, right? So that is the typical striker graveyard shift at United. Other than that, me coming in hot here, forgetting about who we are having in draw, that's just emotions running dry. Bristol, Bristol pistol, I don't care at the moment. I just want to see good football. We got to see glimpses of it. I still believe that we need to gel again with this injured players coming back. Lisandro Martinez showed that he's there. Casemiro is there. The quality saw that, but they need more game time to get warmed up, revved up. You know what I mean? So I think it's 4-2. It's not a bad result. We predicted 4-0, but hey.
Yeah. Before we move on and dissect the game, maybe we should just say hi to the VAR because I see a lot of great people in here.
Yeah, sorry, man. Yeah, let's do that. People, welcome to the show. It's not a therapy session. We're actually having an after party, to be honest. So who do we have here, guys? Listen, we see Neil Driscoll. We see Lucky Singh. Lillis is always here, guys. Sanjay, what a game. So bad. If you look at it, we got a victory. That's what I take. Yalim Almin, what you saying here? 4-2. Well, at least we did win. 100%. That was not pretty, but it was our strongest side also. Yeah, we got a striker who passes to everyone and never gets the ball in return. 100%. That's what I said earlier, right? Didn't I? He did, create chances for others, but at the end of the day, very frustrating. And I'm happy that he actually got his goal, right? John Johnson, what do you reckon regarding that? Are you agreeing with what Charlie's saying here?
Jarle has knows football, and I totally agree. It's a good observation, and I think especially Antony was too greedy today. He could have passed the ball in a better position, but he chose to cut in and try his left foot and shoot over and over again. Yeah. And the same with Bruno. Sometimes he has a clear cut open opportunity to shoot, but he's wasteful on his shots. So it's
No, I think Bruno had a great, one of his best performance in a while. It was a really solid performance. I think even BBC was mentioning as a man of the match. But anyway, Ivo Bosic is here as per usual. So proud. We barely bet the pub team with a team of international players who are world class and UCL winners with an offside goal. Love a high standards Voldemort sets. Love your optimism, Ivo, as per usual.
So many levels to that.
So many levels. Lucky seeing what you're saying here, Lucky. When we are going stupid goals opposition, when we're going to stops. Yeah, you mean stop. Yeah, true. Anyway, Lillis, what you're saying here. Lillis is also we concede one goal from Martinez, a ahead to Varane was. Altay can't do nothing about it. Yeah, true. If you're talking about Altay Bayandi's debut, I mean, there was nothing you can do. That was a deflection. What a strike! What a shot! But at the end of the day, you saw that their first goal was a deflection from Martinez. The goalkeeper Bayanda was actually, I think, if it didn't touch his head, he would have saved it. If you look at the trajectory of the ball.
Yeah.
How would you rate?
So it's hard for the goalkeeper to save that goal because it went over him, but the ball comes fast. So it's not a fault from Bayinder, that goal.
No, but how would you rate Bayander's debut at the end of the day? Like, his second goal.
Yeah, I like him. He looks like a goalkeeper. He has the body shape of a goalkeeper. He has the reach and he's long and I think he has reflexes. He's good with his feet. So, and I like his when he plays out, he has a really good punch
100%.
on the ball, so he can play it long, even when the ball is on the ground. So that's a weapon. I would like to see more of him.
Me too. I mean, if you look at their second goal, like, if you play it back, you can see that Dalot stopped. He didn't really poke his foot out, so you can see the ball goes through, and basically it was also missed from a Varane, so it was just a toe poking. There's nothing you can do as a goalkeeper. Yeah. As a goalkeeper, you kind of expect that number one will save it, and then number two, second chance, will also save him. But at the end of the day, you come with the toe poke, and there's nothing you can do about it. So that's my opinion, and my opinion alone. Footy Life is here. Yeah, Tom is coming in, by the way. This team will kill me one day. Me too, Tom. I'm looking forward to hear from you as well. Neil Driscoll, one of our legends in the chat as well. I did not watch to get excited, but I can't read this, Jarvis. I'm dyslexic. I did not watch I can't read this. Sorry, words are floating.
I did not watch I didn't watch. Can't get excited by beat team to slide my local team play higher league, or in League One. Okay.
We couldn't decipher. Sorry for us. That's sorry. Feeling Police are here. Hey, here if you need me. Feeling Police, like Karma Police, we will call upon you if you're needed. Big up to you. Big up. Anyway, everyone that's watching right now, please, you know what to do. Jarvis, what is that you need to do? The first thing you need to do when you're watching anyone's stream is to hit that like button, please. And if you haven't subscribed, do so. Like. Yeah, cool. Thank you. Now we got that over the line.
It helps out. There's 30 of you watching at the moment. So if all of you hit the like at once, there will be more people in the stream. So and we like that, more people in the stream, so we can spread our message about the lovely Man United beat the mighty Newport County.
Yeah, but from a positive side, though, if I may say so, last time we sat here, we had a draw against Spurs 2-2, and we were moaning, and at least we have a win, but hardly a win. We scraped through at the end of the day. Right, call a spade a spade. Jordan, big up to you. Kenneth Hoggart is here as well, saying United need to be more clinical. Missed so many chances. We're 2-0 up. Put ourselves under pressure. That's a big comment. I like that, Kenneth. Yeah. I agree with you. Totally agree with you. Yeah, we could have been at least 3-4-0 up in the first half. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. 4-2. It is, Hey, Neil. Neil is finally back to say, hey, Mick and Jarvis, how are you doing? I'm just catching up with your guys in the chat as well. Rebbe Bakir is here. Jamie Wayne saying is embarrassing performance. We agree with you. Compost Smurf is here as well to say, if people are excited, good football this season, you need to wake up. Expecting. Yeah, you know what? I'm dyslexic. Sorry. Yeah.
Correct. It's okay.
Yeah, it's cool. What else do we have here? Guys, sorry. Just catching up. I just, you know us, we don't like to miss any of your chats, like, you know what I mean? But at the end of it, we're just going to kick on with the show, guys. Please forgive us. Jarvis, talk to me about your first half performance. Who was the stand-up in the first half, like, out of all these players? You can look at, you mentioned, like, bad players, and you can mention the good players.
Well, for me, it's the overall performance. I can't really single out anyone who had like a really bad performance today, but it comes down to the quality, and I don't think the players have the courage to take down the ball and pass it to another to a teammate who is covered. They they don't have the courage to play football, and that bothers me. You know, it's why do we always we stress, we rush the attacks, we try to do difficult things and lose the ball over and over again. You know, and as if I was the coach, I would tell them to cool it,
yeah.
relax,
Calma,
play the
yeah.
ball. You know, you shouldn't be playing like this. They are a level 4 league team, and Man United are in the top, so they should never let them be stressed out for League 4 players stressing. You know, it's about football knowledge, and I don't think they have it. That's the biggest problem. They are stressing and rushing.
Yeah. Listen, I want to hear from the truth, because at the end of the day, I can't judge this game from tooth or nail. Like, you know, at the end of the day, you know, because I was stressed with 2-2 up. Like, you know, I was screaming, shouting, what the hell happened here? And then I was thinking, we're gonna get this. Like, you know, we're Manchester United. We can't lose against this team, right? You know. But I want to hear from Tom. Tom, are you there, mate?
Hey, Tom.
Yeah, mate, guys, how we doing?
Yeah, let it rip. Let us hear from the truth. I want to hear from you, mate.
I already said what I said in the comments anyway. Lose to Newport, don't come back to Manchester. Lose to Newport, do not come back to Manchester.
No.
And if we're basing it off of what we've seen, we found our level, guys. I said against Wigan, mate, we found our level. No. We need to stoop even lower. This is League 2. This club, 5-6 years ago, Newport County, correct me if I'm wrong, we're in the National League. National League football standard we've just played against. And you were 2-0 up. And honestly, it had the same exact feel to so many games this season. Galatasaray, Copenhagen, so many games, Nottingham Forest, so many games sometimes in this season where you're either up 2-0 or you're down 2-0. And then there's just that same sinking feeling where they just capitulate. And barring a little bit of luck with the Antony goal, I never knew he had a right foot, guys. I've never seen him use it. I thought he was like Stevie Wonder when I saw him score the goal. I was laughing my head off. And then the Hojlund one, well, it was grab the ball by its horns and scruff of the neck and just score. That was it.
Create my own chances.
But
that's what he does. Create
your own chances. That is exactly it, guys. Listen, we'll get into it about specifics and certain players and everything, I'm sure. But overall, I'll take whatever I can get right now. I really will. But performance, again, I've said it all for most of the season. It's below par. It's uninspiring.
Yeah.
And I'll still stick by the same things that I said. The guy won't be here in the summer because he's not building much.
Mate, you mentioned something very important. You being consistent regarding this. It goes back to Champions League. You know, we can't hold the lead. There's something going on in the dressing room. Like when we come up, we just lose our heads. You know, we're not.
Yeah.
What Jarvis said, like calm down. Like, you know, control the game. You know, how can you go from 2-0 to 2-2, and then you have to work your way hard up to have a hard-earned 4-2?
Yeah, and it's some of those players that I suggest there, Mick. Even I'll call it out for what it is. Varane, he's got all these Champions League medals, mate. But in some games, I've seen him, and he looks dodgy, very, very dodgy. He looks dodgier than probably any of us three in a bar at midnight after about 5 pints. You don't know where the guy is, and in some cases, in some of the games that I've seen, he doesn't necessarily look as Rolls Royce as people think.
No.
When it comes to these kind of teams in promptu grounds where it's probably grounds that you could push, or you tap a pole and it might fall down. Like the whole basis of we're playing these sort of teams in these competitions, especially till you get to the latter rounds, is you need to build up a momentum. You need to build up a bit of steam. We've run out of steam. I don't even know what we're running on right now. Coal, charcoal, I don't know. Honestly, we are a breakaway train running out of fire. And ultimately, I look at players like Varane and I think experience holds a lot. Put him in a Champions League final, mate. World Cup final, yeah. He might do well because he's familiar with big occasions. Premier League and in the FA Cup, mate, you can go to somewhere you probably never even heard of. If you took all their players' phones away today and you ask them where Newport is or where they're going on the coach or the plane, don't have a clue. Don't have a clue. Nope. This is what I'm saying. Nope. They don't understand the Football League pyramid and how it can manipulate you so easily. And so easily when we was 2-0 up, 2-2 up, it got to 2-2. So easily we've seen games this season go the exact same way that we all thought that it could go. And I was panicking. I'll be very honest with you. I was contemplating deactivating the account, everything. I was very, very close to it. But the whole cleanup of it is we're just through. That's the only thing that I can hold praise for. We're through.
Can I ask a question? What Lucky Singh is saying here, like in the comments, a good cleanup coming. And we know that Varane has 1 year left on his contract, right?
Yeah.
You think he will be gone in the summer? Be replaced?
I think a couple of big names will be gone in the summer. To be honest with you, and it's not so much to do with performance. I don't think, Mick. I think it's to do with the wage structure. That's why I think that's why I think a lot of them will be gone. Jadon Sancho, I'd struggle to see keeping. Rashford, you're going to have that conversation now. Absolutely. Varane, you've just mentioned there, you're going to have that conversation with. Casemiro is going to be because of the age. There's going to be a couple. Fernades, I wouldn't look at Fernades and think he's safe, mate. He's on a decent wage at the football club. He's the captain, and he's not getting any younger. Like, these conversations, there's going to be uncomfortable conversations. And as much as people want to sit here and might say that Varane's the favourite player or, you know, whatever, he's won 4 Champions League, we should keep him. Listen, what has he done for Manchester United? Not much. That's all I'm going to say. He's done a lot for Real Madrid, not much for Manchester United. So, if we base it off of what I've seen, he'll play maybe 80% of you. But I think I'm being quite fair there, actually. Maybe even 60% of your games in a season. And for some of those 60% games, you get what you got tonight. So I'm not going to base it off of probability. I think there will be a huge shake-up. And there needs to be. If the time's going to happen to have a shake-up, it has to be now. Because we've said this before about getting rid of Deadwood, cutting the wage bill, and we never do it. So let's see it actually happen now.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, this is, I don't know what you think here, Jarvis, but this is the only thing that excites me at the moment with this, the current establishment that might come in as well, that it will do the cleanup, like, the shake up, and nobody's safe. I want to see that brutalness. Like, I want to, once and for all, what you're saying there, get rid of these Deadwoods, like, they're not performing, and just don't expect to see any, like, these Galactico signings anymore. Like, don't expect to see signing like a £170 million striker like Osimhen or something. For that money, you can get 3 players that's like lesser names, but are team players that can contribute to the overall team spirit. And it's a team sport, it's not an individual, performance.
Yeah, and Mick, get players just to add there, just to interject anyway. Just to add, I want players to come to this football club and play for this club. Forget managers. We've bought players in to play for Louis van Gaal, for Jose Mourinho, for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, for Erik ten Hag. We've got a mixed bag of them right now, and they all can play different styles, but none of them can play the same way. So to cut that out straight away, get players who want to play for Manchester United. Forget a style of play. If you're going to stick with Erik ten Hag, you might as well forget style of play, because you're not going to get one. I will tell you that for a fact. You're not going to get one. This isn't a Mikel Arteta story where you have a couple of years of decline and then suddenly you're going to hit form and bang, because the recruitment's not there to do that. Even when Arsenal were poor, they had good recruitment. You could see what the plan and project was. Young players, motivate, 3-4 years' time, we're going to win. You can't sit here, and nobody can sit here now and tell me, or probably any of us, that in 3-4 years' time you can see this team winning right now. Because you can't.
No,
when you can't get rid of players and you can't take big decisions there, I don't expect them to make big decisions bringing players in. That's my issue. I would rather get rid of all of the bad apples, as we say, for one window, if it means sacrificing getting players in, because we have far too many players in this squad who are mediocre and not good enough.
Yeah,
if you cut the squad down, guys, you can win a Premier League title, I think, reasonably with probably about 18 players, 18 decent players, should we say?
Could.
I think you could. But we don't have 18 decent players. Some of us here struggled to come up with 3 or 4 the other weeks when we did Jarvis Corner. Can you remember Jarvis? We struggled to even come up with 3 or 4. That's what I'm talking about, shifting it all up. Basically, just move everything and start from scratch. But you need people who are going to make those big decisions. And if they sell your boyhood player, your player who you're a fanboy or you have an association with, Don't be honestly. Keep the nostalgia away from the football club, mate.
True.
Marcus Rashford, you're a local lad. Fair enough. Do whatever. I see local lads that go to Cobham at Chelsea that get sold for £30 million, and they don't play a senior game. Exactly the same thing at Manchester City. So nostalgia in football doesn't exist anymore. If he wants to go partying around Belfast or wherever, mate, instead of coming to Man United training, I'm not here for it. Not here for it. Discipline him, get rid of him, out the back door.
Yeah,
and if he doesn't do it, guys, he's a hypocrite, this manager, because he's done the exact same thing with Jadon Sancho. Albeit it's a different scenario because it was a social media post up. It's integral in terms of his way of thinking, and that I fine and discipline players that don't abide by the rules. Do the exact same thing here, then. I don't want most of the boys protected.
I see a lot of comments in the VR room, so big up to all of you in the VR room. A lot of people saying Ten Hag won't survive in the summer. They want Ten Hag gone, X, Y, Z. I just don't know where. I said, where do you sit? Do you think he will survive in the summer, or should we just say, like, let's play it out to the summer and assess then?
No.
You don't think he will survive?
Well, if you're asking me, yeah. No, I know.
Yeah,
I don't think.
If you are doing a total spring cleaning, like, you know, what you guys are saying, I have no sentimental, because I say, I want you to be ruthless. I want what's best for this club. You know, if that means that you got to get the best in class manager, the best in class players that will play for that manager, not for the manager, but for the ethos that the current establishment will set with the recruitment director, with the sporting director, XYZ. No more recruiting around Van Gaal or around Mourinho or around Ten Hag, because what you said, that has been the problem. That has been the problem, because they brought in players according to what they want to play, not what we want to play. So, Jarvis.
Yeah, I just want to touch. You know, Tom, you mentioned a lot of good things, a lot of topics, but I just want to mention what Mick talked about first. You know, we are blaming the players. I have been blaming the players, but I see a pattern, and that's Ten Hag and how he set up his team. You know, as a manager, you should be able to get the best out of the players, even though you didn't buy them yourself. Even though Luke Shaw is from the Louis van Gaal era, or Dalot is from Mourinho era, he should be able to teach them how to play football and make them better players into his system. But for me, it kind of looks like Ten Hag. He has a certain way of playing and a style and everything, but he needs special players to get it to work. And we don't have those special players. So for me, Ten Hag looks lost at the moment in what he's trying to do. And I can give you all an example from today's match. We have Dalot, who plays on the right back, and he goes in as an inverted midfielder. The problem with that is because Ten Hag do this because he wants to create overloads. He wants to create more players in centrally, so he moves one fullback up into the middle. But when Dalot has the ball, he don't have the skills. He don't have the ability to do anything with the ball. He can take the ball and give it a one-touch pass backwards. That's what he can do. But in a way, we're not creating anything with putting Dalot inverted. We're just creating a numerical overload. But it doesn't help because we don't have the quality. And that's a really big problem with Ten Hag and his stubbornness in how to set up the team. He have two choices. He can either drop Dalot or drop the style. But he don't do any of those two things. He just continue doing the same stupid thing, playing Dalot as an inverted midfielder, but Dalot don't have the ability to play like an inverted midfielder.
It doesn't.
So for me,
he's not at Ajax anymore. He's not at Ajax. No. You're not at Ajax where you have every single player in your team can play 2-3 positions. We're not that club. We're not. You've brought in a couple of players, fair enough, who might be able to play some different positions for you. Like we've seen Casemiro can play centre half, fair enough, in a cup game. You've seen Martinez can play left back, centre back, CDM for you at Ajax. But you're not at Ajax. You're not at Ajax. You're not at Go Ahead Eagles. You're not at Utrecht. You're at Manchester United. And if you're struggling right now to build a style of play or get results, even Sir Alex Ferguson had to give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer the nudge to say, listen, you're not getting results. Your style of play is clearly not working, Ole. The best thing that you can do when that's not working, when nothing's working for you, just play your best players. Play your best players, and you've just got to hope for the best. And some of these players in this squad right now are not the best players that he's playing. And this excuse that everybody's used all season about injuries Injuries, I don't want to hear it now. I really don't want to hear it. That's the full strength team that everybody would argue is fully strength, barring maybe Rashford. That's it. But with what Rashford's doing right now, I think that parallels it why people don't want him in the team, because he's not committed to this squad at this moment in time. So if you're going to go from what we've seen, guys, that's the best we've got. And if that's the best we've got, that's struggling against League Two, not Newport County, that struggled in parts against Wigan, especially in that first half. Wigan could have been up 1-0, first 3 minutes. And culpable again for another player that I've already mentioned in this game, Varane, again, switched off completely. But if we're basing it off of what we've seen right now, and if I had to answer that question exactly the same as what Jarvis has done, I don't think so. They will not plan for a future with this guy when they look at the model that he's had £400 million. He's not had people around him with the experience, guys, but he's worked with people who do have that experience. So in terms of qualification, if he's an intelligent guy in football, he'll know what to look for qualities in a player, but he won't be the perfect identifier. He's not an identifier of players. He'll know a decent player when he sees one. But like Jarvis said, the way that he wants to play, he needs special-based players, and he doesn't have that. He doesn't have a Frankie de Jong specialist player. He doesn't have a Dusan Tadic specialist player. He doesn't have a Daley Blind specialist player. He doesn't have those sort of...
He doesn't,
those players that I'm saying about, guys, that's what you call specialists, best-in-class players. And if you took any of the European managers that play this similar sort of way, Pep, De Zerbi, they would look for those exact same players because those are the ways that they want to play football. But because he doesn't have that at Manchester United, and you can say it for what it is, they failed him back when they didn't get De Jong or whatever. Listen, blame whoever you want. He's got what he's got right now. He spent 400. He spent the amount of money that he has done, guys, and he doesn't even have a plan. Forget plan A, forget plan B's or anything about in-game management, mate. What's the plan when we go out on the pitch? That I'm wondering, because I don't see it, guys. I don't. But one thing that I think is culpable anyway, and I make this last point is, I don't see why you would keep the guy based upon you've brought in a new CEO, you're going to bring in probably a new sporting director, a new head of recruitment. So those are three big positions in a football club. Those three right there. And then the final big position that makes sort of, as I call it, the square sort of solution that City have right now, or they had when they had Berard there, is the manager. So the last thing that they're not going to change is the manager. I'd be shocked to see that. And I think even if he did okay, if he doesn't get top four, he's gone. He's a dead man walking, mate. Even if Jim Ratcliffe wasn't here, he'd be gone because that's the Glazers' expectations.
Yeah,
you make top 4, and he's not going. And I don't think if we see what we've seen like tonight, Spurs, Arsenal, Liverpool, City, all these other teams, mate, from now to the end of the season, the probabilities in the stats will be out there that'll back me up to say that they will probably win more games from now to the end of the season, even with our fully fit team. But it's just worrying, guys, because there's no direction right now. That's the problem. What can you get behind really when you see this? And people will sit here and say that we're complaining even after we've won. Fair enough, guys. We'll turn up against Wolves in a couple of days' time or whenever, mate, and they'll get turned over. They'll get turned over because that's a team that has an actual philosophy, a way that they want to play. And the one thing that club believes in is their manager. And this fan base is divided on our manager. We're not all in the same boat where we back the guy. And that's the issue. We're divided. So when people say Manchester United, we're not Manchester United, mate. We're Manchester divided. And we have been for years.
Yeah,
with managers, with players, with anything. We can't all agree on the same thing. But at other big football clubs, you can agree on that. Kevin De Bruyne is your superstar player at Manchester City. At Liverpool, Mo Salah's the golden boy. Virgil van Dijk's your captain, your leader. They can all agree on that. We can't agree on these things. We have to debate it. And that's the issue. We shouldn't have to do that at a big football club. And the fact that we're even discussing this in so much detail against Newport County shows the level that we're at, guys. And it makes you laugh. It honestly does. It makes you laugh. But anyway, Mick, go back to you, mate.
No, I love when you rant and everything. It goes from 0 to 200, and there's so many questions that I want to ask you regarding this as well. And there was some question from Yali as well. Has he been instructed the wingers to invert and shoot? And there was a question to you guys as well before we moved on. But in the interim, you start talking about the style of play, and I agree. I agree. It's limited in a way, and I don't get it. I just don't understand what is it trying to accomplish. And you need to have those specialists, or what you said, and we don't have those specialists, 100%. But to flip it around, okay, if we are doing a total overhaul, who would you see as a coach? I would just say if everyone is looking for Xabi Alonso, I fucking go and get Xabi Alonso. Because I was banging the drum of Xabi Alonso 2 months ago, basically. He's doing well at Leverkusen.
The one thing, though, that we all agreed on, sorry, jump in again anyway, the one thing that we all agreed on when we got Ten Hag was he was a guy that hadn't failed. Anywhere that he'd been a little bit of a success. Albeit he's not won big trophies, he's never failed. That was the one thing that everybody pointed out with Pochettino. He's been to Paris, he's failed. He's been to, Spurs, he's failed. He's been to all these clubs and he didn't win anything. He's not been a major success. That's the thing that made this guy the perfect candidate. But if we look at the market now, and this is my personal opinions anyway, who I would go and get, if I'm going down a project route, you go with someone like a De Zerbi, you go with a Hansi Flick. You maintain that you're going to have maybe mediocre football for 18 months, maybe. But these guys are not stubborn. They will realise that they have to compensate in the short term to gain in the long term what they actually want. But Ralph Rangnick said it perfectly when he come in here. Open heart surgery.
Yeah.
And I hope, like Jarvis put anyway, I know you put it in the comments, Jarvis, I hope this Omar Barada guy comes in here, he sees the exact same thing, and he says, do you know what? You had a German guy, philosopher, professor of football, come into your football club and told you exactly what to do, and you ignored him. If you do that to me, I don't come to this football club. These are the messages that I'd be saying right now. I hope for his sake, he's done that when he even interviewed for this job, or they approached him for the job to say, I want this control. I want it my way or the highway. It's as simple as that. But until we get guys to a stable position where it's about buying the culture, buy characters, buy technical players, buy the key sort of attributes that we all want for players. Play for the badge. That's the first thing that I care about when you bring a player to this club. Play for the badge. Forget the manager. Forget the style of play. Play for the badge. We've bought too many of these players that don't care about that. And all I'm going to say as the last point anyway, to summarise what I've just said there, you have a player who you paid £86 million for. In his 23rd game this season, he scores a goal against the League Two Newport County, and he's singing a prayer. He's singing a prayer that he scored a goal against League Two Newport County in Antony dos Santos. He's singing a prayer.
Yep.
Like, honestly, it is so embarrassing, the way that we look and the way that we feel right now. But for me, guys, I'd go and get a De Zerbi, a Hansi Flick. But if we're going off of track records and what I've seen in Europe anyway, I like Simon Inzaghi. I like somebody like that. I like a character who's strong, emotional, and actually gets what a football club means. He's done that with Inter for the last couple of years. Yeah, go on, Mick, anyway.
Tom, I gotta be honest to everyone that's tuning in, and honest, I put my hand up to say that I called Jarvis this morning and I said, Jarvis, I don't feel it anymore, right? I don't understand what's going on. For me, it feels like I lost faith. I lost everything. Like, just end this season, because it has been so, I don't know, a lot of things that's been going on, and all I'm looking forward, what I said to you, Jarvis, was that, just open up that bloody summer transfer window and just get a clean house. That's all I want, And what did I say today? I don't care how we play, as long as I want to see good football. Like, I had another stream on with Nick the other day, with Vicky and Nick, and bang on. We just deprived for seeing good football, right? Get me any fucking manager that can play expensive football, that can get us to win. Get us players that can, they're willing to fucking come to this club, and play for this badge and play for each other. But at this moment of time, we don't know each other in this team. It's just, it is obvious that we don't know each other. And to get by with a 4-2, and to actually, it's embarrassing if you look at it, like, 2-0 up, Newport County, League Two division, and get 2-2. That shouldn't happen, right? We should steamroll them in the first half easily, right?
You should. We should. But yeah, sorry.
That's my negative. And as a positive, what I can see is that, fucking hell, just play good football. Just go out there, kill. What do you have to lose now, right? What do you have to lose? You're halfway through the season. You have 20 games to play in the Prem. just go for it. Just go for it. You know.
I just want to say, Mick, you mentioned this morning when we talked on the phone, and I told you about yesterday. I went to the manunited.com page and I watched like 10 videos of Man United during training. It was like 3-4 minute snippets. And what it left me with was a feeling of a lot of these players are not serious. They're not serious. They're not professionals. They just stand around, they play football, tennis, and when someone drops the ball, they all laugh and have a blast and have fun, and it's not like they're really training to get better. They're just there because the job tells them to. So for me, it's not just about ability, but it's about the mental approach to the game. And a lot of these players are not ready for playing for a big club like Man United. They are not at all ready.
No.
And it's the usual suspects. It's the players we talk about. I will mention a couple of names. I will mention Rashford. I will mention McTominay. Those players just walk around smiling and are happy. But when you see, I saw one player, he had a stone face all the time. He was focused in training. That was Kobbie Mainoo.
Yeah.
One player.
Professional.
And he's 18 years old. And you have people who have been in the club for 8, 9, 10 years.
Yeah.
Walking around.
We all know that, Josh. We know that. And that needs to go. That needs to go. That pamper kindergarten FC needs to go, right? What the hell is this? No professionalism in training. I know what you're saying because you talked to me. I had to look at it as well. But Craig Warby is saying here, because I believe what Craig is saying here, a lot of things going to happen in the summer. A lot of pieces going to be moved. I believe that Pep Guardiola is going to go to Barcelona, as well. I believe the city's sinking, cheating ship. Yeah, I believe that Pep's going to go to Barcelona.
You think he'll go?
Okay. He will go. Yeah. He said it. I mean, I shared you a link. I will share you a link later on. It's called Managing Barcelona, and Pep Guardiola. Like, I'm willing to go back to Barcelona. Just give me a call, like something like that. But there's a lot of places going to be moved on. So if Mbappe goes to Real Madrid, then of course I want PSG to go for Rashford and Winnie Jr. to potentially go to Man United. But I believe it's going to be a massive, big summer for everyone. The window of opportunity has never been better for Manchester United to do a rebuild because Liverpool, they're going to rebuild as well with a new manager. City, probably going to look for a new manager. Everyone's going to look for a new manager, new players. So the window of change, as we said, the football goes in cycles. This is the reset button after this summer, right? Liverpool been dominated. City's been dominated. Now it's potentially United's way to dominate, but we got to get this right this summer. We cannot fuck up this summer.
Yeah, it's true. But we need to see something different. That's what I'm saying, guys. And like we were just discussing before about, all the different moving parts. They're bringing all these new people. I'd be shocked if they don't bring in their own manager that they want or that they choose and desire. But if they go the way that they're going and they've managed to get this Berardi guy from City, I think that's a really tough deal. If you ask me, if they've managed to get him out of there, it would have taken something. And money doesn't come into it because the guy will be a multi-millionaire in football anyway. So if they get Dan Ashworth out of Newcastle, again, I think there's another reason there to think that they can get anybody out of anywhere that they want. If they get Paul Mitchell, albeit as a free agent, fair enough. Listen, if they bring all these different people in, the world's the oyster. They can realistically get any manager in world football. If you can sell them something. But the thing that I'm doing, Mick, is if I'm Manchester United, I don't sell a manager a rebuild because I'm fed up of using the word rebuild at Manchester United. Forget rebuild. We've been on rebuilds for 5, 6, 7 years. We've been on rebuilds since Fergie, mate.
Yeah, true.
So the word that I would use in this case is revolution. We need a revolution at this football club. We do.
100%.
Overthrow the board, make all these backstage changes like they do. Revolutionise the whole football club from top to bottom, put in a proper football structure that identifies players for the club or a set style. Forget the managers for 1 second. Identify players for a set style. If you want to play possession-based football, you buy players to play that way, and then you hire a manager who understands that way. That's what I'm saying. As soon as you do that at a football club, I will understand what our club is doing. And from there, when you bring in a manager, Mick, as you were saying before, when you bring in a manager, then we will all understand what he's trying to do, and you wouldn't have this situation that you're in right now, where we can't see anything. You would see something because the vision comes from the top, and it's we are playing this way or no way at all.
Yeah, no, 100%. Power Hour just joined us from doing a brilliant watch along, calling Football Power Hour. Boston, are you there? Can you hear us, Poppy? Can you hear us? You're on mute. Woohoo!
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We have a question.
We won, guys.
We won. We have a question to you directly from Ivo Bosic. Would you take Kathy, the granny at the desk, as your next manager? Good vibes on the summer.
No, Kathy. I'm sorry.
Sorry, but Ivo. Yeah.
No,
so listen, talk to us.
Here's the thing. Like, it was not pretty. It was not convincing because we let off a rookie mistake. We conceded from a very, 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 very horrible mistake. The other goal, I mean, obviously it was a wonder goal. I don't think any goalkeeper is doing anything to save that. So I just want to remind us that we won. The other positive that I want to just latch onto is the fact that we actually were doing so many cutback crosses, and that was refreshing.
Yeah.
That is something positive to just look
what
on.
I said too.
We have to build on this, So I'm just trying to, have a very good end of the season because let's be honest, it's just been bad. Some questions have to be asked about the manager in terms of also why is Ahmad, a bench warmer? Why is Pelestri also a bench warmer? And if on versus Wolves on Thursday, if Bayern starts, I'd be happy. But if Onana somehow gets in there, is more questions and more doubt on Ten Hag,
Then you got to look at where is the brown paper envelope.
Exactly. There's some bribery going on for real.
For real. I mean, true. You mentioned something that I mentioned in the halftime as well. When was the last time you saw two cutbacks and where's everyone? It's pitch black. It's only me here. Two cutbacks and 2 goal scores. Like we don't cut back and we don't, we don't find targets. But today we did, and almost had a third cutback and a third goal as well. I take that as a positive, 100%. Where did everyone go? It's pitch black.
I'm here
anyway.
So
yeah. You're not going to reveal your face. The Dark Knight is here. Anyway, what is the VR room saying? Maguire, best player on the match. You got to be joking, Jonathan. You coming here? No. What a horrible game. You know what? But listen, Forson didn't renew his contract, so we will see what happens. I can just agree. I just want to see a strong finishing of the season, but I don't know. I don't see us making top 4 whatsoever. Just play fucking good football and I'll be happy, right? That's all I'm being deprived of the season, right? That's all I'm saying. Let's bring this to the stage, guy. Hang on a second. I want to sort of go over this for a second. Just let me bring this to the stage. Let's go. This Jarvis is here. All right.
Yeah, I'm
flickering. Why is it flickering? Is it flickering?
It's flickering. Now it's good.
Okay. Is it flickering? Yeah, it's flickering. Let's start over again.
Now just give it 2 seconds. The flickering goes away.
Oh, flickering. No, it's flickering. It's flickering. Anyway.
It's that Newport County Wi-Fi, Nick.
It is the Newport Wi-Fi. Listen, let me stop sharing this and start over again and add this to the stage. It's not live yet, so just bear in mind. And I didn't have time to update properly. So let me just do this. We're going to do the player rating here together. Just a quick one, right? Okay, let's start with Bayander. What did you guys think of Bayander's first debut? I thought it was good at the end of the day. What could have done with these 2 goals? Nothing.
He had five saves, 2 goals conceded. The XG faced was 1.84, so he conceded 2 goals. That's I would say kind of average 79% pass accuracy, accurate long balls, only 2 out of 8. So that's a little bit not good enough. And he had 42 touches. So okay debut, nothing special, I would say. I give him in the middle, let's say 5 or maybe 6 to be nice.
6.
I'd have said 6. I'd have said 6. I don't really think he could have done. I don't think he could have done much about the 2 goals, to be honest with you. It was what was in front of him caused a lot of that anyway.
Yep. Big up Jeff Steele all the way from Australia, guys. He must be very early in the morning. So we give by under 6. Rafael Varane, you had some harsh word to say about him, Tom, as well. I start with you. Where would you score Rafael Varane? He was the fault for the second goal. You could have marked him better.
Yeah, could have marked him a lot better. I wouldn't just blame him for the second goal either. I think Delo as well is waving his arms about.
Delo,
as if he's on an airport trying to marshal a plane in. Like, you could have easily got across, cut the cross out easily, but for me, Varane, I think he had a stinker, complete and utter stinker. I'd give him a 3. I really would. Even though we won the game, I think he was the worst player on the field.
Yep. Jarvis?
Yeah, I agree with Tommy. He was the worst player on the field. He had he won 1 aerial duel out of 3, 33%. That's not good enough.
Stats, yeah.
And he had 40% accurate long balls, 1 accurate cross, and 62 touches, 85% pass accuracy. So, not good. He was the worst player on the pitch for us today, I would say. Yeah. So I agree with Tom. I give him a 3.
Yeah, legend is back in the house. Alien Tenno. Peter, how you doing, my friend? Long time no speak. So yeah, I agree with you. I give him a 3 or 4. Guys, what you saying in the VR room? Varane 4.5. What you guys saying? This we're gonna do manual until we are live and kicking. There's a little bit few adjustments. So 3 or 4? 4.
Yeah, Jonathan Liljenberg comes in and say 4.5. Captain K-Man said, I can't give any average ratings. 2. This was against Newport, so not even a Premier League team. No players get about 5. So he's very harsh. And Ian McDonald gives him a 2. And
okay, so I put a 3.
Gives him a 2. Now 4. So
3. I already put a 3 there. Lisandro Martinez is back, guys. I thought he was quite okay in the first half. I thought he was quite, for being missing in action, I thought he had a good game.
Mm-hmm.
For me, he was a solid 6.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I have to agree with that. I feel like Martinez and Bayender had a similar sort of like performance, you know. Yeah. But Martinez didn't really like have like a moment where I felt like, oh, you nearly cost us there. And he actually did a really nice long ball to find Garnacho. Those passes from the back to our attackers or to our midfields, and Martinez was responsible for a lot of that ball progression. And a 6 feels like a fair
6.
score.
He also spun out of trouble many times. He saved Bayender in the first half as well. He almost scored as well if it wasn't for Hojlund as well, like, you know. So 6 for me.
Yeah, when it comes to he had 88% accurate passes. Accurate long balls was only 33%, 3 out of 9. So that's I don't think it was really good going forward. But defensively he was good. He won 2 out of 2 ground duels and 1 out of 1 aerial duel, so 100%. So
6.
Yeah, I give him a 6.
Jonathan Liljenborg, I see the crowd in the VR room giving him a 6. I agree with you. 6 it is. But you know, guys, just remind you, he's been out for a very long time. To come back to, you see that he's getting warmed up, he's getting revved up. So I'm excited to see more of, you know, the Butcher when he comes back. Diego Dalot, I don't know.
Yeah, who want to go first?
Puppy, you there?
Yeah, Delo's a funny one. I he I think maybe it could have been Jarvis who mentioned this earlier on. When he's asked to play inverted fullback, he doesn't really particularly shine. But we know that, you know, he's got a good whip, you know, a good cross, and like for me, I prefer him overlapping and not underlapping. So today wasn't his brightest day, in my opinion, and I'm going to give him like a 5. I'll give him a 5.
A 5. I see Deloy 6, Deloy 5 in the comments. Anyway, I'm just scoring here, guys. Tom?
Yeah, I agree. I'd probably give him a 5. Average.
5. average.
I will give him a 6, but he's not working in the role Ten Hag wants him to play. But when he comes around on the side, as Poppy mentioned, when he overlaps, not underlaps,
is good.
He's quite good, and he can even dribble a little bit, so he can take on his man, and that's good. But only on the side, not in the central areas. He had two out of 2 ground duels, 100%, 3 out of 4 aerial duels. So defensively, he was quite good. Accurate crosses 100%, accurate long balls 75%, and successful dribbles 100%, and 87% pass accuracy. So I would say he had a decent game, and he deserves a 6.
Yep, based on those stats, I agree with you. I'll put a 6 on him then. Right, Shaw, back from a very long time. Yeah, I thought he had a decent game, to be honest, for being out for so long.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it was a 6.
Yeah, Mick, if we're being fair, I think most of the team would argue can't get more than a 6.
No,
you have to balance it against what you've played against, and what we played against was
true. That's what I'm saying too.
Probably postmen and farmers, as people call them, and everything like that.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'd give him a 6, similar to Martinez again.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
guys, do you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was a little bit sloppy. It shows that he's haven't been playing in a long time. But yeah, it was an okay game. So I would give him like a 6- or a 5+.
Yeah, the crowd here are not happy, saying Alien Tenno, Shaw was shit, Lillis, Shaw was 4. Yeah, we're going to come to Maino at the end of the day, so you got to hold your horses as well, because I know you're going to vote for Maino as well. I don't know. I thought he was okay. I thought he was, I thought it was a 6.
Yeah, okay. I think you're a little bit generous, but yeah.
Okay, then 5. I get overruled.
Yeah.
5. Mediocre. Fernades had a very good game today, according to my opinion, as a captain. You know, he scored, he assisted. I'll let you lead the line, Jarvis, on this one.
Yeah, I'm just going to mute Poppy because it sounds like he's moving.
Oh, yeah. I'm outside there's traffic. Sorry, I thought I'd muted myself. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay,
no, I just want to say when it comes to Fernades, he's all over the place. I don't think he has the positional discipline he needs to, especially when it comes to a team like this. He should trust his teammates to bring him the ball, but he always drops to try to be involved with the play. So for me, I think he runs all around the place. He's good coming on the 18-yard box line and ready for the cutbacks. He had 4 shots, I believe, that were really big ones. Just one of them went into goal. 3 of them were really bad. He should have scored more goals today. So I'm not happy with Fernades. I will give him actually a 5. I will be a little bit harsh. I think we could have done better. Let's say if we always compare him to Odegaard, Kevin De Bruyne, and a lot of the number 10s. What's the guy in Spurs, number 10? Madison and stuff like that. Those players would have scored more than 1 goal on those 4 shots.
Yeah,
I'm 100% sure. And then, you know, Bruno, he's too erratic for me. He doesn't suit our style and team. He loses the ball and wastes the ball. Yeah.
I thought Bruno was good today. I was about to give him a 7, but okay, that's my score then. He was one of the best, statistically and in chance creation, and he actually scored a goal as well and assisted. So for me, yeah, good. 7. Yeah.
I might have to roll with Mick on this one, Jarvis. I know that Bruno, when nitpicking like these moments, all those easy on the shots that he had, where Hojlund was just like, here, score, and he just decides not to. He hits a very weak finesse shot that's very close to the goalkeeper. So, but he still had a captain's performance in terms of like he got the goal, the very, very important first goal, I think, or second goal. Was that Bruno? I can't remember the order now. But the main thing is like at the end of the day, he found the back of the net, and that has to be commended. And he was not particularly, very, very influential in all the other plays, but a 7 seems like a fair result for somebody who got a goal and was like, taking for most of the game. I don't want to be too harsh on Bruno this time around.
Papi, I will give you the stats. He had 75% pass accuracy. 75%. That's okay if you are a creator. You want to create. Yeah.
Yes.
And his shot accuracy was 100%. It says, but
okay.
And successful dribbles 1 out of 2, 50%. Accurate long balls 3 out of 6, 50%. And when it comes to tackles, 50%. Ground duels 57%. Aerial duels 50%. So it's not all that, he's all over the place. He's very much involved in the play all the time, but his output is not 100%. He's not producing too much. It's like in the middle for me. And I expect more from Bruno. That's the thing.
Okay.
Exactly. It's I guess your expectations on him that is making you very, very harsh. But like, let's just judge him on Newport County. That's all.
Okay, so can we just come to a score? This Bruno debate. I thought he was a 7. He was. Yeah, I say 7 too. Screw you guys. I put 7 here. Like, we're gonna move on. Then, of course, we're gonna come to our love child, Kobbie Mainoo, scored his first goal. 100%, guys. Quick and easy. This is a no-brainer.
Yep. I'd pick anything more than a 7. Anything more than a 7. Not a 10, but anything more than a 7.
Yeah, 7 for me.
I can't pull the kid.
7. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big up Mark as well. You're not feeling well today. Yeah. Our producer Mark not feeling well today, so big up. Get well, buddy. Let's see. Maino needs to be tied down to an 8-year contract before getting dragged down. But some of these bums to want to leave 100%. Jonathan Liljenberg is saying 8. Maino was okay. 6. We have a little bit of a split decision within the VR room as well. So yeah, he scored a goal. He was okay. He's growing. He's got teething. He will be a world beater eventually, right? And we have a super chat coming in here from Alien Tenno. Guys, these stats are against the poor team too.
That's what I'm saying.
True.
This is what I was trying to say when we were discussing the scoring.
And big up, Peter. Always appreciate your humor, man. Thank you for your donation, my friend. Okay, let's just score Kobbie and move on. 7.
Give it a 7.
7.
Yeah. Casemiro back for first game. Decent. 6.
Oh, Jarvis is indifferent though.
Yeah. For me, I think he had a bad game. He's not up to tempo. He
not yet.
Looks kind of slow, and he's a little bit sloppy on the ball. He loses the ball a lot of the time, but he doesn't do his work when it comes to the defensive thing. He doesn't win all his duels. He's not picking up the ball how he should do. And he's experienced. He's an older guy. He won the Champions League several times and won the La Liga and stuff like that. When he play against a team like Newport, he should be the one who take down the ball and tell the other guys to relax. Let's play ball. Yeah. But he don't. And that's a problem. You can't trust him. And his stats are not good. His stats in this game, he had 66% pass accuracy. 66%. Champions League Casemiro. And 56% accurate long balls against Newport. For me, he won 1 ground duel, 20%, 1 out of 5. So they outfought him, Newport. And aerial duels, he won 3 out of 6, 50% against Newport County.
Yeah. Okay. 5. Okay, he's just coming back into, it was his first game, a little bit ring rusty. You know what I mean? Casemiro always starts slow. Yeah, I give him a 5. Guys, agree? 5.
I give him a 3.
I give him a 5.
I'd give him somewhere like a 5. Average.
Yeah, give him some slack, Jarvis. All right. Give us a slack, because I agree with the Ivo Bosic saying. It's not all about the stats, it doesn't really reflect the nature of a game. I think people get too blindsided by looking at stats. At the end of the day, stats don't score your goals, stats don't win your matches. You can have 60% ball possession and you can have sit back and just hit him on the counter, have 2 shots on target and two goals. So stats don't always, show the nature of the game. I agree. Yeah. Garnacho. Interesting one. Ghana. Oof, this team.
4. 4 for me.
He was a 5. He pushed and tried at least.
Pushed and tried, but he's getting pushed too much, Mick. Anyway, we'll crush the kid. We will. We've done it before and we've done it again. We did it with Martial, Rashford, all these players that we have. Bring them in young. There's a bit of something about them and everything, and then you just kill them off. That's what we do. That's Manchester United. But
wasted 2 chances instead of squaring it. He hit the woodwork. I think at least he tried.
Decision making is what he needs to improve on. Is what I
think it was average. I think it was 5. To give the kid below, I think it's harsh. He's still a kid. You know what I mean? I still protect him.
Yeah, it's okay. 5 is okay.
The Garnacho Defense League from Mick Ruber.
Yeah, no, gotta protect. We gotta protect the children. You know what I mean?
We've got to protect the value in assets in all our players.
Yeah.
So Mick will give him a 10-year contract.
Same goes with Hojlund. I mean, he had to create his own chances today, but a lot of eye test motion look at, he didn't score, he didn't do that. But if you look at what he did, okay, he had to create his own chance at the end of the day. Nobody was servicing, but he created a lot of space for others to be creative and to have shots on targets, right? So, he scored a goal, still 5, 6, something in between.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yep.
6.5 6.5 what the chat is saying. 6, 5. Okay, 6. Let's go.
But I like what I see from Hojlund. He creates chances. For
100%.
He has a lot of laybacks and passes to other guys, but they don't give him the ball. That's one of the biggest problems for Hojlund. He could have so much more goals if the wingers decided to actually give him the ball and pass to him.
All right.
Not shoot for himself.
Let's come down to Antony, the last in the first starting 11. I don't want to do the substitutes because they were not even on for too long. They didn't provide anything. Antony, guys, her scored is... I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan anymore.
Scored with his right foot.
Stevie Wonder. I told you guys. I gave you all the joke. You all laughed.
I couldn't separate them from both of them are blonde now, both wingers. So I couldn't see who is who. But at one stage, he was playing in the left wing in the beginning of the first half. So who is who, right?
4 non-blondes. What's going on?
2 non-blondes. What's going on? 3 non-blondes. Yeah, true. Okay. Hey, he scored a goal.
And an assist.
He deserves his goal. Antony 5. Maino is saying here, Antony deserves his goal. Antony 5. Yeah, I don't know. It feels strange. Facts. He played better today. Dude, just let's move on with this. 5, 6, 5. Okay?
No, 5, yeah. Average.
Yeah.
Bang average.
I agree with George as he comes in and said, complain about Antony now, please. All he did was score and assist, but he should have done better. And I agree. I expect more from him, and he didn't have a good game.
Yeah.
He was way too greedy. He cut inside and tried the usual shot in the far corner, but it didn't work. That's a problem, and he needs to evolve his game.
Right. True. I didn't have time to go through everything. Everything came so quick and fast, like in the substitutions. So there's no even Scott McTominay came in late. Willie Kwambala, I don't know. I didn't see any changes, any difference. So I just gave them average 5 and 5. And I didn't have the chance to put in more plays because they came so quick at the very end. Ten Hag, at the end of the day, we need to vote for Ten Hag. Are you there, Puppy?
I'm here. For me, the Bleach brothers all get the same score.
The Bleach brothers, yeah. Yeah, we're down to Ten Hag now. We're down to Ten Hag. 10.
Handling what's his name? Like
Average.
it's just a little bit of like poor. It feels like poor substitutions that were just sometimes maybe just being made because it's time to make a substitution, and closing down the game and relying on like Harry Maguire and Willie Kambola to come in and see the game out versus a team that's 16th in League Two. For me, that's like, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Jarvis, you're gonna hate me for this because in the second half, what the Newport manager did, he changed formation. He went to diamond formation.
He did, yeah.
What did Ten Hag do? Nothing.
Nothing. He just watched
it. I'm sorry. He didn't do nothing. He didn't react at all. He just let it flow. Okay, for me, bang average 5.
Yeah, it's
got us the win.
I think a 5 is. I mean, generous. He got us the win. He got us the win.
Yeah, okay. 5. I know the Mark is in the chat banging the drum for a 7 for Ten Hag. I can see you, Mark. But just take care of your illness and just let us handle this.
What prescriptions are you on, Mark? I must
I don't know. He's on the joyride. I don't know. Anyway, the Poppy, the bleach. That was the classic. The bleach bros.
Bleach bros.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, I'm gonna close it at 5, but we have to also give the man of the match, guys. Who is your man of the match? We have 2 on 7s. That's either between Bruno Fernades or Kobbie Mainoo.
I'm going with Kobbie Mainoo.
Okay.
Yeah,
I agree.
Agree.
Kobbie Mainoo. That's it. Kobbie Mainoo, man of the match, and I just submitted. Cool. So Kobbie Mainoo is the man of the match. Thank you, guys. And yeah, it wasn't easy, but we got through. Anyway, it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. What do we expect now? Where do we go from here? We have Premier League now. We can't go on like
when
this.
is Wolves? Is it Wednesday or?
Yeah,
I think it's Thursday, isn't it? Or is it Wednesday?
Do you reckon? I mean, I've seen a lot of people in the chat saying they do expect to give Bayander Thursday. Bayander to start on Thursday. You reckon?
Yeah, I would go Bayander. I think
he would start Bayander, but we all know Onana is going to be very fit and very fresh. He hasn't played in a long time.
Yeah, I would say play Bayander as well. Keep the same team.
It doesn't look like the VAR room agrees with our Mainoo man of the match. So maybe you should just create a quick poll so people can vote.
Yeah, give me a second. Let me just disappear in stealth mode. Hang on a second.
Yeah, cool. While we wait for Mick, I think we are done dissecting the game. So I just want to ask Tom and Poppy's opinion about the latest when it comes to Rashford, because we know.
Who should I create? Should I create a poll between Bruno Fernades and Kobbie Mainoo?
Yeah, and then add. I think people are saying Bayander in the chat.
Bayander, okay. 3. All right.
Yeah,
okay,
do that.
3.
We'll do those 3. Yeah. And then
we okay. See you later.
Yeah, go on, John.
And Jonathan Linneberg comments and say Maguire man of the match. Come on, Jonathan, be serious. Yeah, I just want to touch a little bit about the Rashford thing. Out clubbing in Belfast 2 nights in a row, and he took a private jet on Friday morning, and called in sick for training Friday. So how do you guys feel about that? Who want to go first, Poppy or Tom?
Tom,
yeah, you want me to start, Poppy? Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, for me, the highest paid player at your football club should be the example setter. He's not an example setter. He gets the protection of the Manchester United fans base far too much because he's a local lad. He's from Wivenshaw, Manchester born and bred. And all this BS, mate. I'm out of here with this. I'm done. I said it at the start. I've said it, a couple of games into the season. The guy's not here. He's not the exact. He's nothing like the player that he was last season. And if you argue it about his whole career and you put it all into one, he's had 1 good season out of 9. He's been a professional player with Man United 9 years. and one season, and everybody would probably agree that he's had a good one season. It's not good enough. And if he wasn't a Manchester lad, if he wasn't a local boy, we'd all be sitting there saying that's not good enough. We've said it for Martial. Exactly carbon copy, similar sort of player. We've said it for him for years. We say it about Luke Shaw, that he's been at this football club how many years, and he's had maybe one good season every so often whenever there's a contract to play for. That's it. But the fact of your highest paid player has the audacity. It's not so much the partying and everything that's annoyed me, Jarvis. It's the lying, the deceitfulness behind it. The illness, the calling sick, this, that, the other. And I'm starting to put it together and I think, how many players this season have been ill? I know we've got a 1-star rating on Food Advisor or whatever we have, serving up raw chicken, and to health experts at Old Trafford, mate. But I just don't understand the connection with it with our club. This kid is supposed to be your poster boy, and he's out partying in Belfast. I don't care where you're partying. Belfast, Blackburn, Birmingham, wherever. I don't care. If you come, if you're a Manchester United player and you're the highest paid player, the minimum you do is stay in Manchester. Stay with your family. Keep your close-knit circle. You can go out with friends and have a drink and everything. Mate, you've had 2 weeks off. You've not had any internationals to play. You've not played any games for Manchester United. You basically had 2 weeks off. Other clubs have gone on warm weather training. Arsenal went to Dubai. City, I think, went to somewhere I can't remember, they went to Abu Dhabi. Liverpool, I think, went to Austria for 2 weeks. What did we do? We gave the players 2 weeks off. Eric Ten Hag, don't even know where he went and everything. At the end of the day, it's just shocking at the end of the day. And for me, if I'm basing it off of punishment or reprimand, listen, Jadon Sancho called the manager out publicly and said that you lied in public about me. Well, Marcus Rashford's blatantly lied to me by saying that he's ill when he was not ill. And this mysterious illness, it's called a hangover. You don't get hungover at Manchester United. I'm sorry, you don't. Discipline him, dock his wages for the full. Forget a week. Don't pay him for a good 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks. Mick, I think you're on mute, mate.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, I'm just saying, are you as surprised as to find out what Craig Warby is saying here? Surprised to learn that there is actually nightclubs in Belfast. Listen, the guy got caught. There's pictures, evidence. He's standing over the bar, ordering, and there's drinks everywhere. So you cannot lie. The evidence there. He's tried to sneak in down from the back door, and you can hear the bouncer. You're going to get the lad in trouble. He's already in trouble.
He's already in trouble. Damage is done, mate.
He was disciplined today. He was not in the part of the squad, so obviously, I don't know. He took a club private jet back home as well. I don't know, man. I'm just tired of this, man. I just woke up this morning. It's like, fuck off, to be honest. I'm just tired of all of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
I agree.
Anyway, I don't want to talk about him anymore.
Yeah, but the thing is this attitude, and I don't think it's only Rashford. It's about how the attitude and how you respect the club, because the respect is gone. I think the players believe they are it. They are a group of millionaires who can do whatever they like.
That's what shocked me.
They are attached from the crowd, the fans, the club, everything. They're like superstars, and they believe their own hype, and they don't respect anything.
That's why when it was Rashford's name that's come out of this, it shocked you more, because of he's a player who should get this football club. He's a player who he's one of us. He's supposed to be a fan. He's supposed to be one of us. Marcus Rashford, I will say for now. And listen, you can all agree with me or you can disagree with me. You are not one of us anymore, mate. You are not.
No. The minute you did that to us fans, I just said.
Well, there's that Mick as well. There, you've just added to the argument. There was a couple of weeks ago where he had the issue about was it training or something. He didn't play. I think it was 2 or 3 games, and then it was about attitude at Newcastle. He got dropped. Last season, he was late to team meetings at Wolves. That was even in a good season, guys. So if we're going to base it off of it, guys, discipline in this squad is a massive issue. And this is where we're saying, with these new people that are coming in, mate, put principles in place when you sign a contract with Manchester United. You're late, £25,000 fine. You don't turn up to the meeting at all. I know £100,000 fine. You don't, and if it obviously it depends on personal circumstances. Some players might not earn 100 grand a week. Right, you don't get paid at all for that week then. If it comes to more severe, like we're getting with what the Sancho situation is, right, we need to have an internal meeting because you're damaging the reputation of the manager and the football club with your words. Marcus Rashford, mate, your actions. We put you on advertisements. We put you on billboards in and around Manchester, being a role model for young kids in this city.
You know what?
And then they see an image of that, mate. What do they think?
I'm fucking tired of this fucking bullshit that's going on right now with the player power. And that's why I say I can't wait to summer to see a fucking clearance. That's what I'm going to say. I'm sorry if I'm going to swear right now, but the moment it goes deep back into this season as well, when we see performances, when he doesn't give a fuck about his teammates on the pitch, he doesn't fucking track back or anything, totally petulant. And then when he did this quack, I said, mate, who the fuck do you think you are? You had one fucking good season. You scored 30 goals. One season doesn't make a swallow, but a one pesticide, a cockroach can score, a bad apple can spoil a whole fucking crop. And that goes down to the whole discipline, and what you've seen on the training is like they get away with it. And then you see the professionals like Kobbie Mainoo, it is kind of like cancer spreads down to them. Well, if they can get away with it, I can also get away with it. So therefore I'm saying, get out of my club. If you're not going to show up for training, fuck off. See you later. Pay them off. Start over fresh again. Summer is coming very fast, to be honest, a couple of months away, right? But for me, it's right. Why should you have extra privilege? Ronaldo did the same thing to the club. What happened? Ronaldo went to PS Morgan, fucked him off. Rashford, who do you think you are? You think that you're the biggest, the star boy. Nobody's bigger than the club, mate. You know what I mean? You got caught cheating. You caught drinking. I don't give a fuck what you're doing on your fucking spare time. You get one day off, fine. Go drinking. But if you're a sportsman, if you're professional, you don't drink during on season. You drink off season. Every fucking person knows that. Even when I used to do bodybuilding, I used to drink an off season. But when I'm training, when I'm on, I don't fucking touch anything. Sorry, man. It's not good enough. Just tired of this. This got to stop. And it stops in the summer for me. So if this 25% quarter sexuals come in and do what they actually are saying to us fans that are going to do, that's why I'm excited about, and that's why I'm supporting. You got my vote on that. End of my rant.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah. Go ahead, Jarvis.
Yeah, I just want to say we all saw Jack Grealish after the treble. There's a time and place for anything.
Yeah,
and that's okay. If you win the treble, you can go on a bounce for 2 weeks and drink and have fun and party, but not during middle of the season. It's not the right time, and Rashford needs to understand this.
Yeah. If Jarvis, if he wasn't feeding the hungry, he would be public enemy number. I mean, he's already made himself public enemy number one. But we just have a little bit of a human empathy. At least a lot of people in the fan base have a lot of empathy for him because of what he represents, and he's a Manchester lad, so forth. But this is your opportunity now to be leading by example. You're a senior team player. You're no more a youth. Garnacho is looking at you for ways to act as a Man United player, and this is definitely not the way. So, yeah, Rashford needs to. He's already sacking himself. I think he should also get some bleach and dye his hair blonde, because anybody that gets the blonde sign, Omar said, they are getting rid of all of them.
I mean, I guess he's seen what his boy Sancho did, and he's carbon copy there. He's playing at his own exit. I think so. He doesn't love this team anymore. He doesn't love this club. He doesn't love the manager. And we figured out who the leaks are at the moment. Who's not happy, wants to throw the manager out week in, week out, every fucking time. I'm tired of this, guys. I'm tired of player power. I'm tired of everything. And I just want big changes. That's the only way we could sort of kick forward as a club. We have a golden buzzer. We have a golden opportunity now in the summer. Klopp is going. Potentially Pep is going. The football goes in cycles and recycles. So if we're going to do this right. Throw a hand grenade. I don't care. Just wipe them all out. Start fresh. Keep the players that's worth keeping. Right? Even, I mean, you can argue to the point we'll be slating Scott, McTominay, Maguire, but they're trying, right? They're not good enough, but they're trying. They're ambassadors, right? I'm tired of these players coming in taking fucking 350K a week and do fuck all, right? They think that they are bigger than the club. No. End of story. But the problem is, I think also that the Glazers and above have been fostering, allowing this to take place, right? I think so. So it is a shit show, to be honest. I think. I believe if Brailsford and fucking what's his name, Sir Jim came in there on a visit and thought, like, they're professionals, they are ruthless, they're all about optimization, running professional business. They came in and said, well, what the hell happened here?
Yeah. It's true.
Really?
It's true. But the thing is, the club, everything goes to shit. That's the problem. We have
everything.
We have the Greenwood thing. We have the Antony thing. We have the Pogba thing. We have the Ronaldo thing. We have now the Rashford and Sancho. And what is going on with this group of players? Have they no pride? Don't they realize that
they don't care, man? They don't care.
And millions of fans around the world look up to them as
Jarvis,
as role models.
Let's say Casemiro, Bruno. I'm not going to put Bruno. He's not in the high wage bracket. We have Varane, Rashford, and Casemiro. They are the three high earners in the club. On the highest wages. They earn more in 1 week what you earn in 1 year.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? If you have that kind of weekly salary, you just piss around. You just go to training. That's your job. That is your job. So what you've seen on the training pictures, they don't give a fuck. They just rock up for training. They're still getting $350 a week in the bank account for just showing up in training, right?
Yeah.
So wages, high wages needs to go first and foremost, right? Maximum 150 in a base cap salary, and then introduce performance-based salaries.
Yeah.
But the thing is, sorry, Poppy, but the thing is, when you become a Man United player, you become a superstar anyway. It doesn't matter with your wages, because you get sponsorship deals. You're in every paper. Everybody talks on you. Your Instagram following rises to millions, and they're starting to believe their own hype, and you have a lot of like the entourage around them, like backing them up, telling them, "Oh, you are the best. You can do whatever. You're Marcus Rashford. So come on, you can go to Belfast. Let's just take a private plane. Let's do it. Come on,
do it. Private plane.
Why do you surround yourself with bad friends like that? If he had real friends, they would have told him that's not a good idea.
But guess what?
Stay at home, keep on training.
When you have money, Jarvis, when you have money, I've been there before. You have people that will take you for a ride. You will pay for the tables. You will pay for the alcohol, and they're just like cockroaches around you. They will use you. But when you're broken and down, you will see who your real friends are. They will just go like, right. So you're right when you're saying bad influence. Come on, Jarvis. No, you can do it. Let's take your jet to Belfast. Let's do it. We can do it. You pay for the hotel. We are your boys. We are your support, right? We will protect you. And unfortunately, that's true, but depends on that's down to your own professionalism. At the end of the day, you have people that don't do that because they understand that this is my job, right?
I agree, Mick, but we can go back to the club again, because the club should be able to see this. They should be doing whatever. Ferguson was a master in keeping the players grounded, keeping with both feet on the ground, and keeping them level-headed. But now we have a organization with that it's all about money, and that's the problem.
Assets. You're an asset.
Money. Yeah.
Yep. They don't see you as a human being. They're buying assets, right? But at the end of the day, they can't even sell those assets. They're worth the money. Anyway, I'm tired of these guys. What are you saying? Rashford is taking the piss out of the fans, and that's what I said. He lost my respect. The day I can't remember which game it was. He was just not tracking back. He wasn't asked. Whatever. Just lost the ball all the time. I don't know.
I think I remember the game you're talking about. He was just walking, almost like Messi.
I can't remember which game.
Strolling. And he had also had a little bit of rest, and we were thought, oh, maybe he's gonna come back and show us a little bit more energy. But I'm really, really, really looking at how Ten Hag is gonna handle this one. He was already asked today, and he said on Marcus Rashford's absence, 4 words. He said it's an internal matter.
Internal. Guys, just to make it clear, we did have a man of the match voting, and it came down to Kobbie Mainoo. You guys had a chance to vote in the chat, and guess what? 50% is Kobbie Mainoo, 20% Bruno Fernades, and actually 24% Bayander. So it still went to Kobbie Mainoo.
Yep. That's good. That's good.
Yep.
I just want to bring up George Best's comment. He said Jarvis in the last year the club had seen it, and that's why they're all gone. Rashford is next, and the purge will be complete. So Rashmano comes in and say Eric is ruthless. So let's just hope that Eric can fix this. But he needs help. He needs help from above. He needs help from Umar. He needs help from Jim Ratcliffe. He needs help from the hopefully sensible people coming into the club.
Yeah, he needs help
him because he can't fight this alone. That's one of Eric's biggest problems.
That's a very balanced approach, and I like balance. You know, I can see it from the press conference. I can see for the man that stuck it to them to say, they asked the question, you know, you've been speaking to Ineos, you know, what's the general feeling? And he said, finally, I'm getting some support. That seems like a man that's haven't had the support from the fucking, you know, who has he been talking to? Murta is a Glazer simp, right? Who is the Murta's boss? It's Joe Glazer, right? You see in the video when you see Omar Berrada talking to the CEOs and everyone, they're discussing about, you know, the money, the targets, it's not working, walking away and stuff like that. That level of professional doesn't exist at United. You know what I mean? Hey, Mason Mount is free. He's available. Let's grab him. Yeah, he's a shirt seller. Where's Mason Mount?
Nowhere.
He's I don't even think he's actually.
Have we even used him in the season at all? 7 times, 6 times. Why did we even get him? I didn't understand.
Yeah.
Anyway, that needs to be overlooked. Giorgio, what you saying here, my friend? Rashford and Sancho's problem. He didn't train well. No, he didn't. Big up to you, George, as well.
Giorgio also said Rashford had alcohol internally. nice joke there, Giorgio.
Listen, there's nothing more we can say about this. We had a positive win today, 2-4, 4-2. We through to the 5th round. We're either playing Bristol City, or I don't know. Would it be Nottingham Forest?
Nottingham Forest, yeah.
Yeah.
Who you rather have, Bristol or Nottingham?
I'm taking Bristol.
Pistol.
Well, did the draw say anything about where we are playing? Old Trafford, home or away?
Away.
Away. Okay.
Bristol.
I don't want to play Nottingham Forest then.
No. Okay.
Yeah. No, I mean Bristol also has a city at the end. So if we can beat a team that answers city, that'll be great. Bristol City, here we come.
Yeah.
Let's hope so.
Anyway.
But it will be Nottingham Forest. We all know it.
Oh boy.
That'd be great. A little bit of revenge, right?
We're gonna get lost in the forest, I can tell you that.
I mean, I can't believe we're sitting here and debating, like, you know, we you know, you're playing a 2nd division team and you still feel a little bit doubt that we're gonna get this 2-2 result or draw. Like, you know, I was thinking like, oh god, it's gonna be a replay. Thank God we don't have a replay. But
I just want to bring up one
Maria.
We are soon to be wrapping up the show, but Maria Steyer comes in and said, and so many of the fan base want Eric gone now. It's mind-boggling. Eric Ten Hag is the strongest manager United have had since Ferguson. Get behind him, people. In that sense, I agree, and I think it's a fair comment.
It is.
How do you feel?
Man, I acknowledge I see it from a 360 perspective, and I'm not out, I'm not in, you know. I just understand what he's going through and the shit show that they've been created. Like, you know, it's not easy to come into a club that don't have any standards, right? They just got rid of all the standards. You know, they don't have any upgraded facilities, medicals, science department, out of date, right? So it's not easy to come in there. And I think he'd been lied to when he came first for a job interview. I think they lied to him to suck him in. You know, he got what he wanted first season, and the second season, I think they put shackles on him, right? So I think that he's happy now when he sees Ineos, the spirit is high, as I said, like, we're looking forward to work together. And finally, I get to do what I'm supposed to do. That's what I believe, right? Try to come in to manage a shit show like that, a sinking Titanic, and try to pull it up to float again. That's what he's been trying to do. But then you've been working with kids, kindergarten kids. And that's the first thing that I need to do. Like he said in the press conference, I started a year and a half ago with the dressing room to change the mentality and culture. But you see there's certain players that don't want to change. They still want to be in power. And that's the problem. So if he's the right man for the job, I judge it for the summer. That's the thing. It's not my job. It's the Ineos or whatever comes in.
Yeah. We will see. Time will show. RJ is in the house. Big up RJ. Big up everyone. He says.
Hey. Anyway, guys, lovely to speak to you. It's 3:20 in the morning. There are 7 of you watching. If we can, please get your thumbs, likes. That's the dividends that we take on this channel, and Poppy as well. If you're tuning into Football Power Hour, subscribe. Thank you, Poppy, for doing a brilliant watch along earlier. I came in to support you in the halftime as well, and yeah, it was a big show tonight.
Yes. No, we had fun. It was just a very, very tough 4-2 to win. So yeah, no, thank you everybody that's tuned in right now. Please just hit the like button right now to this video that you're watching, and it will help us for real. Thank you so much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I guess this era has now come to an end.
Yeah, we're through the 5th round, guys. Tomorrow I'll be back with Sal Warner, Better Call Sal, and we will talk about more in depth. I'm keen to hear from Sal as well.
Yes.
The way he sees it, and not only about talking about the game, but everything that went down this last week. So tomorrow, Better Call Sal Warner from Search for Post will be with us tomorrow, guys.
Yeah, and tomorrow night, Mick. What day is it tomorrow?
I don't know. It's Jarvis's night, is it? Date night?
Yes, it's Jarvis Corner. So everybody tune in 9 p.m. UK time. And we have some special guests, some debutants on our channel. So it will be exciting. And Stu Wally will, of course, be my co-host.
Excellent, guys. Listen, guys, we did it. We scraped through 4-2. And I'm exhausted. And I need a break. I need to sleep. But before you do, thank you, Jarvis, for coming on every time. Support me. Thank you, Football Power Papi, for doing the amazing streams that you do. And thank you for coming on. We miss you, bro. And since the time difference between us is 12 hours apart, it's so great to see you, man.
To line up. So it's special when we line up. So thank you, Vic. Thank you.
The stars align.
All right. Big up, Jarvis. Night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Have a good night and good evening. And see you tomorrow, guys. Thank you. Bye.
Peace, love, and buying deer.
That's all, folks.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.